You don't need money to make money. I know you've heard that before and immediately rolled your eyes. But stay with me for 60 seconds because what I'm about to show you is a set of 5 side hustles that people are starting right now, tonight, with literally $0 and actually pulling in real income within a week or two. No courses to buy, no inventory, no agency to register, just skills, free tools, and a few hours this week. Let's get into it. The first one is AI ghostwriting for LinkedIn and X. This is one of the most overlooked opportunities right now, and I want to explain exactly why it works before you dismiss it. Executives, founders, and business owners want to be active on LinkedIn. They know it drives deals, builds their reputation, and gets them in front of investors. But most of them have no time and no idea what to write. They will pay someone $300 to $1,500 a month just to keep their profile active with good content. Here is where you come in. You handle the entire thing using AI. Tools like Claude, ChatGPT, and Gemini are completely free at the basic tier. You interview the client for 30 minutes, get their opinions, stories, and talking points, then use AI to draft posts, edit them for their voice, and hand them back for a quick approval. One client at $500 a month is $6,000 a year. Get 3, and you are over $18,000 a year working maybe 5 to 8 hours a week. The barrier to entry is shockingly low. Find your first client by reaching out directly on LinkedIn to founders in your city. Offer a free trial week of 3 posts, then convert them. Most people doing this seriously land their first paying client within 10 to 14 days of starting. But here is where things get interesting, because number 2 is where the real leverage lives. The second hustle is AI prompt engineering for small businesses. Every small business owner right now is either already using AI or desperately wants to. But most of them do not know how to use it well. They type a vague prompt, get a generic, useless answer, and assume the tools are overhyped. What they actually need is someone who understands how to build prompt systems that get reliable, professional outputs every single time. That is a skill you can learn for free this weekend. Anthropic's prompt engineering guide is free. OpenAI's documentation is free. Spend 3 to 5 hours learning how to write system prompts, chain prompts, and build repeatable AI workflows. Then go sell that as a done-for-you service. You build the client a custom Claude project or a custom GPT with specific instructions tailored to their business. You hand them a set of 10 to 20 pre-built prompts they can copy and paste for their most common tasks: writing proposals, responding to customer reviews, drafting emails, generating social content. Everything they do manually every week, you systematize. Charge $300 to $800 as a one-time setup fee. For businesses already spending hours on this stuff every week, $500 is a rounding error. Post on Upwork. Reach out to 5 local businesses this week. Post in your city's entrepreneur Facebook group. The demand is real, and most people offering this are doing it badly, which means the bar to compete is low. Now, I want to show you number 3 because this one is the most boring on the surface, and that is almost always a sign it is worth paying closer attention to. Reselling niche digital products. Here is the model. Etsy, Gumroad, and Creative Market have an enormous number of digital templates with commercial resale rights. Canva has hundreds of editable templates you can customize and sell. Notion template creators regularly license their base files for resale. You find a template that is already proven, customize it to a specific audience, list it for $7 to $25 on Etsy or Gumroad, and then drive traffic to it for free through Pinterest and Reddit. Pinterest in particular is one of the most underestimated free traffic channels right now. A single well-made pin in the right niche can generate passive traffic for months without any ad spend. Here is the pricing key. A generic business plan template is worth $5. A business plan template specifically for Amazon FBA sellers is worth $25. Same amount of work to create. 3 to 5 times the price. The specificity is the product. A lot of people doing this consistently hit $500 to $1,500 a month within 60 days with $0 in startup costs. You are not inventing anything. You are finding, customizing, and listing. That's it. Let's get to number 4. This one sounds almost too simple, and most people skip it because of that, which is exactly why there is still so much opportunity in it. Local business AI automation setup. Restaurants, hair salons, law offices, real estate agents, contractors. These businesses are getting crushed by the admin side of running a business. Booking reminders, follow-up texts, invoice chasing, review requests after appointments. A lot of them have no idea that tools like Make, Zapier, and ManyChat can automate almost all of this with zero coding required and a free or near-free starting tier. You learn one of these tools over a weekend, then go sell a simple automation package to local businesses for $200 to $500 as a setup fee and $100 to $200 a month for basic maintenance and updates. You are not building software. You are connecting apps that already exist. When someone books online, send them a confirmation text, a reminder the day before, and a review request 24 hours after the appointment. That is a Zapier workflow that takes 2 hours to build. You can charge $400 for it. The key is to niche down. Do not offer automation for all businesses. Go deep on one type. Become the person who does automation specifically for med spas, or specifically for contractors, or specifically for law firms. Niching makes you easier to find, easier to trust, and lets you charge more. The people in this space charging $2,000 to $5,000 a month in recurring revenue mostly started with one client and a free Zapier account. Now here is the last one. Pay close attention because it has the highest ceiling of all 5. Number 5 is research and summarization for paid newsletter creators. There are thousands of paid newsletter operators pulling in $5,000 to $50,000 a month selling subscriptions and ad slots. These writers are brilliant at analysis and have a strong voice, but they are drowning in research, reading every article, every report, every industry update to find the signal in the noise. That is hours of work every week that most of them genuinely hate doing. You solve that problem. You spend 2 to 3 hours a week scanning relevant news in their niche, pulling the best 3 to 5 stories, summarizing the key findings, and packaging it in a format the writer can consume in 20 minutes and turn into a full issue. Charge $300 to $600 a month per client. Here is why this works better than it sounds. Newsletter operators are not broke. They have paying subscribers and often ad revenue. $400 to them in exchange for saving 4 to 6 hours a week is an obvious yes. Find them on Twitter and LinkedIn by searching for newsletter writers in a specific niche. Reach out with a concrete offer and attach a sample. Something like, I noticed your last issue was about AI in manufacturing. Here is a 3-story research pack I put together for this week that you could have used. Want me to do this every week for $350 a month? 1 in 5 will say yes if your sample is good. You are not asking anyone to take a leap of faith on an abstract pitch. You are showing them something useful and asking if they want more. Let's zoom out for a second. 5 hustles. 0 startup cost. AI ghostwriting for executives. Prompt engineering for small businesses. Niche digital product reselling. Local business automation setup. Research and summarization for newsletter creators. Every single one of them can be started tonight, can generate your first payment within 2 weeks of real effort, and scales to a few $1,000s a month before you ever need to invest $1 back in. The common thread across all